Depression hurts, I don't know what can help. You lose your mind and start talking to yourself, waiting on a record to blow, just so you can take care of your family and stop selling the dope. Yeah, it ain't no secret, my mind's fucked up, so to ease up the pain, I get fucked up. Problem at the problem, how do I solve them? Suicidal thoughts, I'm talking to my revolver. I don't really know who the fuck to trust. I shed so many tears, but I'm a gangster, bruh. I got a wife and she the love of my life. I'm on tour and she's alone at night. Temptation every city that I go to. Which one of these girls am I about to go through? Make the right decision, stitches, don't do it. We all got problems and we all go through it. Only time I forget is when I make music. After the studio, it's right back to it. Driving my foreign under the influence. Yeah, we all go through it. Pain, struggle, just hustle. And don't stop. When I pray to God, I look up to the top. Cause when I die, I'll be a memory. When I die, will you remember me? It keeps going on. One person dies, one comes along, and on and on. Pain, struggle, just hustle. And don't stop. When I pray to God, I look up to the top. Cause when I die, I'll be a memory. When I die, will you remember me? It keeps going on. One person dies, one comes along, and on and on. I contemplated suicide. I was losing my mind, even thinking about homicide. All of my anger, gun in my hand, I'm about to cause danger. I fathom a life just living on an island. My 3 children and my wife just smiling. As a father, I don't ever want to fail and have my children visit me up in a cell. Am I going to heaven or am I going down to hell? All the answers to my questions only time can tell. Take the pain away when I pop a pill. Trust issues in my pride keep me from signing a deal. Cause if I get fucked over, somebody getting killed. So when you see me, when you look at my eyes, just know you in the presence of somebody who is real. Matter of fact, fuck you and fuck a record deal. Pain, struggle, just hustle. And don't stop. When I pray to God, I look up to the top. Cause when I die, I'll be a memory. When I die, will you remember me? It keeps going on. One person dies, one comes along, and on and on. Pain, struggle, just hustle. And don't stop. When I pray to God, I look up to the top. Cause when I die, I'll be a memory. When I die, will you remember me? It keeps going on. One person dies, one comes along, and on and on.
So Grant was born on May 24th, 1988, and he passed away on September 3rd, 2024 due to cardiomegaly, meaning his heart was bigger than what it was supposed to be for someone his age. I know there was a rumor going around that a lot of people thought he overdosed, and it frustrates me because that's not how he really passed away. So I just want to put that out there for everybody. We all know that he liked his drugs, but that's not how he passed. I want to thank everyone for taking their time out of their day to help us honor Grant. It's hard to believe that it's been a whole year since he's passed. As most of you know, he did not like to go by his government name unless he was getting into trouble from my mom, that it was Grant William, or if he was wanted from the police, that it was Grant Patrick. But from his teen years and early 20s, he went by G or G Money, then Geno Woods to Geno Gets. As I reflect back, he was always a yes man. Anything anyone ever needed, he did it without asking questions. It did not matter if there was consequences after. He would gladly take them while laughing or smiling. Even then, he would not throw anyone under the bus. I don't know how many times my mom would get mad at him because the same energy was never reciprocated, but he would always say, no one made me do it, that it was his own doing. But so-and-so needed his help, and if he can help any way, he would. That was just the man he was. He carried his heart on his sleeve and gave his shirt off his back. He was honestly the best big brother I could ever ask for. I don't think Geno realized how much I admired him or looked up to him while I was growing up. He loved to play basketball and he played for school teams, so I decided I wanted to too. He was a fighter and got his name out there, so of course I had to as well. The one thing he made sure of was that I was never in the streets. Even when I tried, he had tags on me. He would show up out of the blue, unannounced, scold me, telling me to get my ass home. He would literally hold the back of my shirt so I wouldn't run and wait till my mom came and got me. He had a big part in raising me. As I mentioned earlier, I don't think he knew how much I admired him. He was one of my best friends and my protector. The thing that bothers me the most is that he was always labeled as a bad guy or a bad kid growing up. And sadly, even after he passed, he was still being judged. Grant had such a huge heart, the most sweetest, caring guy I know. And I just want to mention that I know for a fact that if one of us were to pass before Grant, he would step up and take care of our children. I just ask that we remember he has 5 beautiful children that he left behind. As Grant's family, bros, and homies, it is our responsibility to care for his many legacies, to check in and watch over, as they have the rest of their lives to live without their dad. So please, even if it's just checking in with their kids, just make sure that they're okay. Because even though we lost a brother, a friend, they lost their dad. Someone that won't be at every milestone physically. So we need to take that on and help Savannah and Radon, because his and Radon's and Savannah's kids matter. So now I open the mic to anybody that would like to say anything.
Story that always lights me up is his last birthday. He was just getting back into town anyways, and we threw him a surprise birthday party at our house, and just came over to that I can't even remember all of it. So I walked on the door. He was pretty damn surprised that we were all there for his birthday anyways. So.
We did everything together. Like, we grew up, but they were 2 years apart. So kind of hard not having him, yeah.
One memory that I guess I'll always have that comes to mind is him and I like going and getting the same tattoo. So, well, we went to Albuquerque. That was pretty fun. It was his first time on a plane. It was crazy because he's scared of heights.
Oh, there's a lot of stories of me and Grant. First one is he's the reason why I don't like heights.
We had a layover, I think in Denver, and so there was like this smoking room, and like he stayed in it, and he was like chain smoking because he was so scared to get back on the plane, but he knew that he had to, otherwise he's gonna be stuck in Denver.
We're on top of the Ferris wheel, on the very top stops, starts rocking it, and people die like this, you know? And then you start crying, screaming, had to let me off. So then he got kicked off.
Going skydiving, so we did that, and partway after we like started filling out the paperwork and we had to watch the video, that's when my brother had told me that he had like a heart condition, and so that he shouldn't have been skydiving. So, but he still did it.
Brother, the man was a good brother to his sisters. You know, like his whole family, there's 7 siblings. He was a great brother. So when he joined the brotherhood, he took that into the brotherhood. How good of a brother he was. He was always there for each and every one of his brothers, no matter what they asked of him, no matter what they needed of him. And he was the kind of guy who he didn't want, he wanted action. You know, not actions got results.
He was like one of my like best friends, and I loved hanging out with him. At Gyro Park, he would like spin us and then he wouldn't stop. He made me feel safe. He made sure that I felt lost. And he made me feel great about myself. I don't know, he just made me feel so happy. He'd always make sure that you were good before himself. He was super caring. He always cracked jokes even at the wrong times, which was bad.
But even if it wasn't funny, his laughter would make you laugh with him.
Yeah, he was just really good at lightening the mood.
I guess 3 words that I would use to describe them would be love, loyalty, and father.
That was caring, loving. It's just an awesome person.
A brother, for sure. Genuine. Teddy bear.
Mean, happy, and a teddy bear.
He's hilarious. Could be pretty angry if you needed to be. And all around just a tough guy.
Nice, funny, and charming.
Brother, his humor, whether his laughter or his jokes, and respected.
Solid for sure. He's always trying to make people happy, so I don't know. Encouraging maybe. And yeah, brother.
Funny, smart, and loving.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. Always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me. Cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. Before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. Only see my goals, I don't believe in failure. Cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I'll see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was writing about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can vote? Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.